Successful heroes for the qualifiers. Stream, not sure exactly what's going wrong, but we should be able to cut out the lag eventually here.
Razor
are just gonna is dead, or sorry, the troll is dead. This Razor's been super effective. Looks like the Razor's actually gonna die as well, but it's not terrible. You get first blood and you get to reset your health and mana. Right, and I was like, there's definitely something in that blue area, or the small triangle part.
Ooh, too much damage there for ban. I think this definitely makes some sense what they're trying to do here. I think the Ember will transition kind of okay, because if he just maxes like Sleight of Fist and Syrian Chains, wow, they got the double kill. If they just get Syrian Chains, Sleight of Fist, he's gonna do a lot of damage and just kind of be able to sit back continuously disable. Yeah, makes it a little bit harder in the laning stage for sure.
Well, they're going to go for the Razor here. Razor with no static link up. They try to just run back at him real quick, but it's actually the Oracle is going to die and gives up his killing streak to Eris. Meanwhile, mid lane, OD very low, but is going to be able to battle back against the Puck, who pops a Fairy Fire, has another orb. If he'd continued to fight, maybe he could have killed the OD, but had to be wary. So we'll just keep casting as the Troll. He's going to be caught here. Probably going to die. Oh, unless the Stampede gives him enough space to get away from... Okay, he's going to try and fight that Razor. And if he gets any sort of extra help from the supports, he will be able to kill him. Van goes down, chains onto the two of them. Because it's just weird to see a 4-position play a mid hero like Ember Spirit. They're going to try and run down the Oracle, who was... Basically, he's just kind of sitting here trying to slow down the push, keep this tower alive as long as possible. The Siege Wagon push is coming, and that's why Cignal Ultra... make sure to flush these heroes out of lane. The Troll's going to return, though. They are really trying to make sure they do not lose this extra bit of map control. Ooh, takes off the chains there, but the Ember Spirit is level 6. And there's definitely going to be this very awkward point where the Centaur can't carry fights by himself. And both the OD and Troll aren't quite ready to fight. They are going to be able to burst down this Razor, though. The Freezing Field going out, but... not really. Oh, Ember Spirit running back in. Does have Remnant out. Once the chain goes away, he will be able to jump out. The coil holding people in place. But honestly, I think Cignal Ultra, they want to be winning fights right now, not just barely getting away with some of their heroes. They will manage to get a 2-man coil right underneath this this tower. And the Slark is finally going to rotate over and try and join one of these fights, but they have no catch mechanisms. They've already used their chains and their coil, and if the Puck's not careful, he could get caught here. He's got to be careful of that Rubik. The Banishment onto the Slark. Will be able to get out the Shadow Dance. OD, he's going to be building up some serious intelligence now as he starts laying it into the Crystal Main. Oh, the Telekinesis as he tries to pounce away. The Dark Pact, it just faded, and James pulls him right back in for the death. Now, Millie's going to have to try and get out of here with an orb, but what a disastrous fight. For Cignal Ultra. Puck will get away, yes.
Is what I think needs to happen with Razor. And now he's died so much, he's behind.
And the Centaur, meanwhile, he's got that bracer. He's got a hood. And he can challenge this entire team right here. As you can see that, oh, who drops the hammer there? Whoo! 2 supports get just bursted out of the game. Did James overextend himself? He is going to be able to be imprisoned here. Eris jumps over the remnant, is able to get James and still at least get a little bit of distance. Managed to get the chains onto the OD, and looks like he's going to be able to get out. Meanwhile, the Oracle, who moved forward to try and save James as well, is now going to die as his ultimate. Oh, the OD, he has BKB. They have to be careful. He's got a lot of intelligence. He drops it here, but misses out on the Puck, and the Razor doesn't die either. And maybe they can actually pursue. They're going to try and get up in the high ground. All of undo and TP out. Oh, what? The long-range Frostbite from the CM. He's got to have an Ether Lens, right? Oh, what a beautiful stop. I actually didn't see he picked up the Slark as well. Of course, he didn't see that either because he was Shadow Danced at the time. Slark trying to steal some agility away from the Troll. Obviously, he knows he's not going to be able to get a kill out of this one. I think he's just trying to build up his stats for now and potentially threaten CDEC. And they are going to pop the Stampede to try and get away. The Oracle can't get out from this Razor, though. And James is already dead, so 2 supports down. And maybe, oh, the turnaround, though. They thought with the Slark jumping forward they were going to be able to get the Troll, but instead the Troll turns around and kills the Slark with the help of that Centaur. He finally does lose his Aegis, but with the big carry down, Cignal Ultra aren't going to feel good about this fight anymore. The Crystal Main's been found inside the trees, almost losing the Courier as well. In fact, it will die here as the shield will eventually run out. It would have been a chain stun with a Centaur following up, I'm sure. But we're going to start off with assault on the tier 3 mid tower with Siege Wagon behind him. Centaur, oh, they got the telekinesis on the puck. Yeah.
That's just a huge mistake.
Slark's going to come in from behind, try and go for the Oracle, but the Force Staff gives him out of the pounce. Now they are going to be able to get the Troll Rage off, and he turns and fights. That's going to be the Shadow Dance. They will be able to kill the puck at least, but eventually this Troll, is he going to die at all? No, he's going to get healed up for full thanks to the Oracle ultimate. There's Fall Promise going down the Stampede, trying to get the Oracle out, and the rest of the cores get on top of the Razor to finish him off. How many times is Centaur going to kill this Ember Spirit? Who was it? Was it Roya? It was somebody in the NA qualifiers, man, struggled hardcore in this exact matchup, except for, you know, it was a core Ember Spirit instead of a support. Just kept on getting Centaur stomped. Now the Crystal Main's going to get found as well. Managed to get the puck in the back light as well. Oh, no. Well, the Razor stole a little damage from the Troll. That's something. I don't know. Cignal Ultra, I mean, they had a plan. It's a best of 3, right? So if you have a clever plan, the best time to use it is in game 1. That OD has built up so much intelligence, and he's probably going to drop the Sandy's Eclipse here on the Slark. The Slark will die as well as that Ember Spirit. The Freezing Field going out for the Crystal Main, but doesn't last very long. He quickly dies. Sleight of Fist does dodge the Centaur stun this time around. They do manage to go coil as well as the silence. The buybacks coming in. These heroes are dropping low, but there is going to be the Oracle save onto the ODU, who prisons himself. Maybe not the time for that. Didn't realize that his Oracle was going to be saving double Force Staffs, trying to get away. Doesn't have a Blink Dagger, though, so I think he is probably going to die here. Good hold from Cignal Ultra. Cost them pretty much everything they have, but they will not lose that top lane of barracks. They can also just low. There's the initiation from the Centaur. Finds the Crystal Main. They managed to get the telekinesis on the Ember Spirit as well. The OD building up some of that intelligence. The Freezing Field going off for a couple seconds there, forcing out some BKBs. But now the Razor has gotten top of the Troll, and this is one of the win conditions they need. The Slark's going to try and chase him down. Unfortunately, doesn't have a pounce, but there's going to be a Shrine available as well. It's going to take a while to be able to finish off this Troll, so the Slark gives up on that chase. But the Force Staff forward does manage to get the stomp, and now the Slark may actually be dying here as he's locked down from the Troll. Even if the Troll does no damage, he has the disable needed to be able to kill the carry of Cignal Ultra. He's dead for 75 seconds. Now we're going to watch the Ember Spirit support die next. I like how Centaur blinked forward, assuming that they kind of had to be there, and they weren't, because he's like, well, it's Megas, guys. Like, you gotta run forward and do something.
Make them cast their spells, and you got Lotus and Pipe, so he's not dying.
They're going to buy back on the Razor, buy back on the puck as well. They're going to have to hold against Megas here, even if they do win this fight against CDEC. The Slark, oh no, he got bashed up. Now the Sandy's Eclipse gets dropped. The Razor diebacks as well. Centaur, again, just cruising. Getting those Force Staff stuns all over the place. Does manage to catch another one, and that is it for game 1. The hard fight position. He's the captain of Cignal Ultra, so we know it is Dazzle support.
Number 1, Crystal Maiden has 7 fucking mangoes. And number 2, what the fuck do you mean demons?
I don't know. I'll show you later. Why does he have 7 mango? All right, cool. He ain't never running out of mana. Is he gonna skill his aura at all?
Yeah, literally just less gold. 500 total for your team when the tower dies, but you get 650 to 750 total if you get the last.
Nice deny from the Dazzle, and they will manage to get the silence and hold on the Tiny, but the supports on the high ground are trying to help out this poor Tiny. The Storm just gave it a little bit of mana from that. Actually gets knocked in the air, and Kim actually gets the kill on XM. I thought the Tiny was dead for sure, especially with the Arcane Boots going down. Look at Shadow Shaman. He's trying to stay out of range, so the poison finally runs its course, and he is able to get away from these two. Grimstrokes are going to come over. The Inkswell does actually manage to get the Frostbite on the Shadow Shaman, hexed up, though, and now Shadow Shaman playing the high ground. He's going to watch the Crystal Maiden die to the Grimstroke. Trying to protect this mid tower, gets the double doom with the Inkswell on top of them as well. Big double kill. In fact, the Soulbind actually goes over to the Dazzle as well. He's got to get out of here. I don't think he can save this Tiny. The Storm long zip in, looks for the Dazzle kill, and sure enough, Dazzle stuck around a bit too long. Hammond and Han thinking maybe he would be able to save the Tiny, but in the end, he just gets his own life taken. The Slow helping to give you like a little bit of kill power by yourself. The Storm finds the initiation with his Invis Rune. They're going to get the Soulbind, latches over to the Tide. Now the Tide trying to get rid of that silence so he can get off the Ravage, but he actually dies first. The Phantom's Embrace super effective against this Tide Hunter. Cignal Ultra lose the fight as a result of that. It's really beneficial for Naga Siren, too, because it means your split push. Uh-oh, they're both going to get silenced. Oh, no, we thought about throwing the sleep earlier. They're going to have to get rid of the Phantoms. They get pulled in by the Storm Spirits, and now they should both take out from the Doom as he's going to be able to get the Infernal Blade onto the Tide to make sure he can't retreat very far. Naga Siren does manage to get the kill on the Shadow Shaman, though, right before she dies, but Cignal Ultra did not space very well.
They did a lot of things wrong there. Like, number one, it was the same thing as before when the Grimstroke Ulti plus Doom came out skill.
Yeah,
that's basically what he's.
Yeah. The smoke runs right into the Doom. The Doom does have BKB, and he does manage to get it off. But who's he going to throw out the Doom on? They do manage to get the Soulbind onto the Naga Siren. It gets the Dazzle as well. The Ravage goes out, and they do manage to kill the backline. The two supports of CDC are dead, but they've already cast most of their spells. The Naga Siren's not dropping very fast. Even if they doomed her, she's still very tanky, and CDC lost the Storm Spirit as he tried to commit for Nando. Got caught by a Disable and right-click down. I was focused on the Tiny,
wow.
but I can't believe XM died.
Reason to go AC instead of going for the Butterfly. He's going to give attack speed and armor to his teammates who are also suffering from minus armor. So, makes a lot of sense.
The Diffusal hit is physical damage too, right? So.
Yep, that's right. Not that Butterfly gives a low amount of armor or anything. It's like 7 or something, but between Riptide and all that stuff, it's going to help.
He's going to get frostbitten before he can jump away. Oh, the animation just not fast enough. Now they're going to try and turn. They have the Scythe as well as the Orchid, but it fades away. The Naga Siren's able to get away on half health thanks in part to the Glimmer Cape. Oh, now the Orchid's going to be used as they refine Nando. Wasn't able to get away fast enough with the Ravage onto the Tide Hunter. Uh-oh. CDC. And look at top lane, too. This could be a situation where they are going to finish up this Tide Hunter, be building Ags themselves. Like, now that Ags is a consumable and it's a Roshan pickup, like, there's going to be some real, like, rediscovered Aghanim Scepters, you know, that people were like, oh, shit, that seemed, like, kind of okay before. And IceFrog even buffed it up to see if anybody would take the bait. Nobody did, because why the hell would you build an Aghanim Scepter on Naga? But now, damn.
Yeah. Completely agree. Definitely a lot of carries. Like even like the anti-mage one, I could see being game changing once in a while. But it's such a rare occasion that they might not use it in the right circumstances as part of the pump.
Well, they already have the Storm Spirit die, and now BKB has been used by the Wraith King. He does have his level 25 talent though, so he's got if he does die in the right situation, some good AoE control against the enemy, but they're going to be losing their barracks here pretty quickly, and they really don't want to buy back on the Storm Spirit. Here comes the Tiny Axe, slowing down that Wraith King, getting a little bit of damage in. Now the buyback comes in as they manage to get the Soulbind Doom onto 2, and the Storm zips on in, but doesn't really find a whole lot of claim on these heroes, and the Doom just eventually takes out. They're going to turn and finish off this Wraith King. See if on the second life they could do a whole lot. Storm Spirit just zipping in and out, trying to get damage out with Remnants, but this is a very tanky Cignal Ultra team. They just shrugged off those disables, shrugged off any of the damage that was coming out from CDEC, and ignored the team as they just continue to go for barracks.
Really good jump there. Oh, I thought he got out.
Got the avalanche on him and toss him up in the air. Sheep going down. The Doom trying to kill the Crystal Maiden, but boy, he just died so fast to that Naga Siren. And that's going to be it. Storm, wow. We already saw that, like, he's done a lot of remnant damage, and Cignal Ultra is still very high HP. Might be able to get a support here, maybe, but in the end, CDC realized they're going to have to call it. And Hey, everybody wanted to call the entire series for Cignal Ultra after that first game, and yeah, it was a rough one. But again, I legit was thinking about Razor. I just didn't know if CDC played Razor. I guess both Razor has a Fairy Fire as well, is able to chase away the Quap, but is he going to take out? He will. He had a healing salve, could have tried to risk it and see if he could get enough heal in between ticks to survive.
And do like a buttload of physical damage with like 3 hits after blinking in.
Oh, Sonic Wave
so
managed to
good.
hit 2. Both supports are probably going to fall now as Chase is down. Great double kill.
He's going to get ganked here. We'll see if he can stay alive. This is going to be huge.
Oh, the call misses. They tried to go for the Warlock as the smoke breaks. They are going to be able to get the Serpent Wards around on him, but the fact they didn't go for the Bristleback means he's free to try and kill that Shadow Shaman. It does actually get it with the Legion Commander's help. Now the duel onto the Axe, who had an infested Lifestealer, who's going to try and get away as he pops out. TP's away. He doesn't make it. He dies as well. Cignal Ultra going to get 4 now as the Grimstroke. Well, he's going to be spotted here, but they don't have a disable to stop him, so never mind. Make that only 3, but what a big turnaround. That was CDC trying to set up a big smoke gank to bottom to shut down this Bristle.
It's become this, like, tower.
Oh, managed to get off the rage. This may save the Lifestealer. Going to go for the call as the duel is eventually going to wear out here. They almost finish off the Lifestealer. Does manage to get an Infest, though, onto the Centaur. There goes that Sonic Wave. Managed to hit the Shadow Shaman and the backs, but finishes off neither. And now stuck under the Serpent Wards. No disable comes out from that Shadow Shaman. Does manage to grab the Legion Commander instead, but it's the Razor who's sucking away. It was actually Rubik stealing the Static Link, I think, but Bristleback is able to finish off that Razor eventually, and they don't kill the Bristleback either. The call goes out from the Axe. He finally gets the Bristleback kill with the help of the Aether Shock from the Shadow Shaman. The Lifestealer hides away from the double damage Quap, who's now going to slow down that Axe, see if he can get some damage, but doesn't want to dive into that tree area. Instead, going to help his team out as the Grimstroke managed to get a kill there. See if they can go for these squishier heroes, trying to go back to the Serpent Wards. Does manage to get there. The Quap, though, commits and kills that Shadow Shaman. Though Cignal Ultra, they prove to be strong enough to win a lot of fights. They just need their Bristleback first. Long TP in. It gets canceled by the Razor as he comes in just in time for the... Oh, and they're actually going to mass TP in here and see if they can kill this Bristle. Cignal Ultra have plenty of time to rotate over, though. As you can see, he is so damn fast. In fact, he's considering fighting. That might be his downfall. Might be a bit of hubris if they can actually get some sort of call situation. But again, it whiffs on the Warlock. He has a Lifestealer inside of him. Now the Legion is here with the Queen of Pain. They've already killed James. The Shadow Shaman is dead. This Razor continuing to get kited around and around, but the Bristleback finally dies. Thanks in part to the Blade Mail from the Axe. The Razor gonna fall. Now the Grimstroke is the Fatal Bonds, as well as the Rock being dropped on the 2 of them, but Lifestealer fighting it out with the Inkswell on top of him. Does manage to get this stun. And the call follow-up as well. They're going to be able to bring down this Queen of Pain. Can they take out the Legion Commander? Legion Commander gets a little bit of heal. Walks away. Now turns on the Lifestealer, seeing the opportunity to be able to finish off that hero. Axe trying to spin as most as possible. He does have the Blade Mail as well. Getting some damage out. The Legion almost dies. Eris does fall, though. The Golem eventually beats 1, 2, 3 to a pulp. He will fall, but not before he did some serious damage to Cignal Ultra. Managed to get the call with the Blade Mail out on the Bristleback. He had already taken so much damage. A big Sonic Wave, though, hits onto 3 with the Fatal Bonds as well. Though, not enough to finish off that Shadow Shaman before he gets hexed with Quap, but no follow-up whatsoever because the duel comes in for the Legion Commander. Is already finished off, and the Bristleback survives through all of that. He almost ticked out to the Lifestealer with that final swing, but he survives through it all. Cignal Ultra survived through it all and almost wiped CDEC.
0.6 armor or something like that. So once you get the 4th point, you're doing like minus 15 armor stacks.
Catch the Shadow Shaman. He did sneak away. Oh, they tried to get inside the pit. It's on the ground. Nando finally picks it up. It looks like CDEC got the last hit onto Roshan. This Soul Bind onto the 2, and this Legion Commander is quite low. Gets a little bit of heal on himself. The Bristleback is probably going to die here, losing his Aegis with the Razor fully committed to trying to snatch that one away. He will die.
That's what it feels like.
Because, I mean, the Warlock obviously is a huge impact late game, but the Ags level 25 combo for Bristleback, they do have the Infest Bomb. They're going to be able to catch 2 cores here. This is a really good jump. Are they going to be able to finish off the Quap? The duel comes in, but no, he still falls on the Queen of Pain, and now the Lifestealer still controlled up. Legion Commander ends up going down to the Culling Blade, and CDC, just a beautiful initiation there from the Axe. allows them to be able to hold and maybe even find more. Is now the Bristleback, because the Yule Scepter stalled up long enough for the Axe to be able to get the call. That's 4 down on Cignal Ultra. And
go Radiance, I would more agree with you. But
yeah, for sure. Sonic Wave onto 2. After that initiation onto the Rubik. The dual follow-up does manage to lock down this Hero's the Lifestealer and the Shadow Shaman. They're both quite low. Lifestealer barely staying alive with the open wounds. Finally, he does end up falling here. The Eye of the Storm too. It is doing so much damage to these heroes, but the Razor just doesn't last long enough under the assault of the double golems. You just like have to learn eventually is that sometimes the best play is to sit in your fountain and wait. Soulbind managed to get the Hex onto 2 there with a follow-up initiation from the Axe with the Inkswell on him. They do a lot of damage, but they can't go for the Bristleback, so instead, it's going to be the Warlock who dies, but he just creates a fresh Golem on his death to help finish off that melee barracks. The call going down on the Bristleback. They get the barracks, but they lose 2 heroes for it. Potentially a third is Eris. A blink forward from the Shadow Shaman allows them to be able to find the Rubik. A third kill. I can't help but feel like Cignal Ultra, like they will have already won this game if they just cleaned it up a little bit.
It's a lot.
Talk about status resistance in a moment. The Lifestealer's going to get caught. He's going to get tooled up. This is big trouble for CDEC, as I don't think he has a buyback. We'll see what happens, though. He does fall, and he does have a buyback. Rubik is going to be caught by this Razor, quickly beaten down. The rest of Cignal Ultra keep on pushing forward, though. They're going to get the supports as well. Trying to get a vision onto the high ground. They're going to drop the Golems onto 2 cores here, as the Lifestealer just came back in. It's now going to be slowed up. Upheaval, and the Queen of Pain just immediately starts targeting him, as he knows they can't turn on to him when he's got that BKB going. They go back for the Grimstroke, easily handling him with the 2 supports down for good.
It's like nothing they can do to stop it anymore. And the dual.
Oh, they're going to try. They're going to try get in there. The Roshan. He just on the pit. Somebody pick it up. No, he managed to get it just in time. The duel's going to go down on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer, though, may actually win this duel, as he is going to be able to get a spin. Comes out from the Axe to be able to finish him off. Bristleback dies outside of the pit against the Razor, and the Warlock. He's going to try and limp himself away, holding his head in his hands, going, what just happened? We had this game, but a beautiful initiation from the Axe.
Got the ward hit.
Trying to deal with the wards. They do manage to get the Axe call initiation onto the Bristleback. He's dropping fastest blade mail, doing so much damage, and he gets calling bladed. They don't buy back on the Quap, and the Bristleback tries to defend. Now he's gone without buyback. Cignal Ultra, they're going to lose 2 lanes of barracks now. Fortunately, they still have the tier 2 atop, so this isn't going to be the end of the game by any means. But CDC evened up the net worth.
Probably be better off just not to heal him.
Yeah. Sonic Wave going out, but he managed to get the call onto the Queen of Pain before that damage comes in and forces out the BKB. Now they're going to try and jump forward the duel onto the Axe. He is quickly getting shredded by this Legion Commander. Now the Bristleback is here to be able to slow down these heroes. The double rocks being dropped on the 2 cores, and they're quickly falling as the Lifestealer just surrounded by the rocks. Definitely an opportunity to finish this game right here. With no Lifestealer, they get the duel onto the Razor. It'd be massive. They get him before the BKB. The Sonic Wave on the 2 of them with the Fatal Bonds as well. Here come the Golems to lend a helping hand with the upheaval slowdown as well. Bristleback gets on top of the Razor. He will fall. He does have buyback, though. The Golems are going to fade away now. And Cignal Ultra have to make a decision. Can they still fight 4 versus 5 with the buyback coming out for the with the Razor? It doesn't look like they feel it, especially now with the Rubik going down. They're just going to full out retreat here. But this Razor, he's super fast, and he does have a Yule Scepter, so he's going to be able to find the Warlock. With the Golem dropping, they might try and go back in. Cignal Ultra, here comes the Quap with the Arcane Rune. Throws out a Sonic Wave, and looks to be able to go for the backline. He's blinking forward, does manage to get the Poison onto the Rasta. The Soulbind onto 2 with the Hex as well. That's a nice setup, but I don't think there's any damage to follow it up, as the Razor has already retreated out, so it looks like Cignal Ultra will manage to kill some supports here. First the Shadow Shaman, now the Grimstroke is going to die as they drop the Sentry. Both of them did have buyback, and see if they can get a good jump. You can see the Aeon Disc being built by Queen of Pain. This could be a really big play if he gets it and baits himself They get rid of the Axe Initiation, which is going to be used to on the Legion Commander with the Lifestealer popping out, but here comes the Golems as well as the Sonic Wave. Double Golems being dropped. They're controlled up so badly that the Legion Commander is going to be fine, and they battle back. It looks like the Axe is already dead. Lifestealer's trying to get out of here, but he's hit by the poison, slowed down. He doesn't have Infest for 6 more seconds. He's not going to be able to survive here. He's trying to armlet toggle as much as he can, but he's just not going to be able to do it. The Quap's able to run him down. Now the Grimstroke's going to fall as well. Razor has the movement speed to stay ahead of some of these heroes, but the Quap has that blink forward, uses himself to be able to dodge the Shadow Strike, but eventually Bristleback will get on top of him. The Quills is all he needs. The Lifestealer, having just used him, they're going to try and go immediately, see if they can get a kill off the Inkswell, but the AoE attack speed, moment of courage, relieving everybody from that stun, and that'll be the end of the game. Cignal Ultra, it was a rough one. It was a sloppy victory, but in the end, they do get the W, and they will be moving on to the finals, bringing down the CDEC, the Chinese qualifying finalists? Is that what you would call them? Yeah.